All systems go. Cleared for takeoff.
What's up, guys? Hebrewcheetah here, back with another quick hit video. Going to be going over this small 3-game Halloween slate. Happy Halloween to everybody. Yeah, let's get right into it. First off, we have the Knicks going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Got some injury news in this game. We already have Darius Garland, Jared Allen ruled out, so we know what the rotation is going to look like there. But Donovan Mitchell and Karis LeVert are both questionable. They did go through a shoot-around, so I'm expecting both of them to play. But, you know, crazy things can happen in the NBA. So touch on what it's going to look like if they both are out or if one of them's out. If Donovan Mitchell misses and Karis LeVert is in, then I would like LeVert the most for the Cavs. And then I would like Strus next and Mobley after that. Donovan Mitchell, if he's in and Karis LeVert is out, then I would think Donovan Mitchell would be the top play for the Cavs. He's historically had some pretty good games against the Knicks in his career, going for 40 and 30 multiple times. And then I would like Max Strus and Mobley after that if Karis LeVert is out. Yeah, there's a lot of ways that this one can go, but yeah, really just gotta stay up to date with the news. So definitely have your Underdog Twitter notifications turned on for this one. It's definitely gonna kind of, you know, we'll get all this news before the game starts. It's the first game of the night, so should be fine. Yeah, and then if you want to mix in some of the values for the Cavaliers, only guys I really have interest in would be Isaac Okoro and Dean Wade. They're gonna see minutes, not super high fantasy point per minute producers, but they're fine. And then on the Knicks side, only people I'm really keeping in my player pool for the Knicks is going to be Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, Emmanuel Quickley, and Mitchell Robinson. And I would rank them Randle, Robinson, Brunson, Quickley. Yeah, Randle has a really good price tag, only $8K, gone over 40 a few times throughout this year, and has a pretty good matchup. Should be going up against Max Strus in this one. So I like him the best. And Jalen Brunson would just be a pivot because they're looking at 45%-ish ownership for Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson only at 15%. So you can just make that quick pivot. It's only 3K less for Brunson. So yeah, I don't mind that. I just don't. His role has been a little bit weird this year. He's had some up and down games, not seeing the same amount of minutes that he was seeing last year. I'm not too sure why, but yeah, we always know that he can get off for a good game. He's a great scorer, so he's always got the upside anytime he's on the slate. But yeah, I prefer Randle over those two. And then Robinson's really solid in the low 5Ks, 5,100. Super good rebounder. Minutes should be secure. You know, if he gets you 30, 35 points, you'll be pretty happy with that. And then I'm just keeping Quickley in my pool just because he's always got huge upside anytime he gets the minutes. You never know what it's going to look like for him. Sometimes he'll play 15, 16 minutes. Other games he'll play upper 20s to low 30s. So yeah, I'll just keep him in my pool just in case he does have that big pop-off game. But yeah, not super excited about this game. It should be a slower paced game. It's the closest spread, so it will stay competitive throughout, but I like some of these other games a little bit better. And let's talk about this next game. We got the San Antonio Spurs taking on the Phoenix Suns. This game has one of the higher total, I think, yeah, maybe the highest total on the slate tonight. Both these teams playing up in pace, so there should be some good fantasy scores coming out of this game. I think you're going to want multiple pieces in this game for sure, starting with Kevin Durant. I mean, he's only 10-5. He's going to be dominating the usage again with no Bradley Beal, no Devin Booker. Ownership doesn't look too crazy. I'm only seeing 30% right now, which is pretty solid on a 3-game slate, considering all the options to pay up for. So I really like Kevin Durant tonight. And then Yusuf Nurkic, I'm gonna keep playing him because I do think that before we see Bradley Beal and Devin Booker come back, he's going to have a really big game. I think tonight could be the night. San Antonio Spurs have been a team that we've attacked with centers for the past few years. Zach Collins not a great defender, so I think we could see a big game from Yusuf Nurkic here. So I like him right behind Kevin Durant. And then for all the value pieces with the Eric Gordon, Goodwin, Grayson Allen, Josh Okogie range, I prefer Eric Gordon the most. He was off to a really good start against the Jazz last game. It just got out of hand for them. And he wasn't really needed much in the second half, but I think he had like 30, 32 points in the first half. So he's off to a huge game. If this game stays competitive, I could see him getting up to that same 32, upper 30s range here. And ownership's like looking pretty even between all these guys. I prefer Eric Gordon the most. I would make a rule to probably max 2 of 3 Eric Gordon, Grayson Allen, and Josh Okogie. I just don't think that all 3 of them are going to get there, have a ceiling game in the same game. So I would just max 2 of those 3. Jordan Goodwin's getting a little bit pricey now for his role. He's not seeing lower 30 minutes. He's going to be in like the mid to upper 20s. But yeah, he's fine. And then Drew Eubanks is kind of interesting to me. Matchup for Spurs for centers is really good, and he's going to see 18 to 20 minutes a night. Really solid fantasy points per minute producer, not looking at too much ownership. And you know that he's going to get minutes. You don't really have to mess around with some of these other shaky values. You can just lock in Eubanks at 3,700. So I like him a little bit. And I would be fine playing him and Nurkic together, just get all the center minutes pretty much and hope that they both are super efficient in their time on the court. And then on the Spurs side, I'm kind of into Victor Wembanyama tonight. Hard name to say. I really like him. We all know this kid's a stud. Going to have a really, really good career in the NBA. Just haven't seen like the huge, massive game from him yet, but this game kind of strikes me as one that could suit pretty well for him. Just going to be an up and pace game. He's got a good price, 7,900. I think we could see a big game from Wemby tonight, so I like him. Devin Vassell, pretty solid option in the mid 6Ks. He's one of the more consistent options on the Spurs side in terms of offense, and he should be getting a decent matchup if he avoids Okogie. Not that it doesn't really matter that much, but just something to think about. Yeah, I like Devin Vassell a little bit. Not too into Keldon Johnson. We do have a strong projection on Zach Collins right now, but I'm going to take an underweight stance on him. I like Yusuf Nurkic a little bit better, so I won't be on him. Fading Jeremy Sohan, and I'm going to give Trey Jones a little bit of a manual boost in my projections. I just think that the point Sohan role hasn't looked too great this year, so I think that kind of benefits Trey Jones a little bit. So I would, I think that they're going to kind of start to shift some of the minutes back to Trey Jones in his favor. He's just your prototypical point guard, super solid player. I think the offense just runs a little bit better when he's out there. And yeah, it's a good price tag for somebody with the fantasy upside like him. So I'm gonna be overweight Trey Jones tonight. And then only person in the low 3Ks I'm thinking about for the Spurs would be Cedi Osman. You're just kind of hoping him to get hot from 3 or something like that. He's not going to get a ton of minutes, but he's going to see the floor. And 3,700, I think you could do worse. So those would be my plays for this game. And then last game of the night, we have the Orlando Magic taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. Obviously, the big news of this one is that the Clippers made the trade to go get James Harden. Didn't really have to give up too much either. You gave up a bunch of just Jags, just the guys. There's a lot of Robert Covington, Marcus Morris, and some other pieces that don't really, it's not gonna impact it too much. So, but you did lose a starter for the Clippers, so we're gonna have to wait and see who they slide in there. I think it could be Norman Powell or Amir Coffey. I'm not too sure. Powell is questionable, so if he's out, then I'm assuming it's probably going to be Amir Coffey. He's been with the Clippers for a really long time, and he's trusted by by the coaching staff. So I think it's going to be Amir Coffey probably. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Also, some more injury news in this game. We have Ivica Zubac with the questionable tag. I kind of have a feeling they'll hold him out just because got a bigger game on Wednesday going against the Lakers. I think they're gonna really need him. Going to need to lean on him for the Anthony Davis matchup. So I think this would be a rest spot for him if there ever was one. So yeah, we definitely gotta keep an eye on that. Hopefully, we get some news throughout the night. But luckily, there are a couple of if you were to play Mason Plumlee, if he got the start for Zubac, there's a couple pivots in that range. So you're not dead if Zubac is ruled in. I would probably want to put Plumlee in the utility spot just so I have all the options. But yeah, I mean, you have Jalen Suggs, Norm Powell, Bones all down there. You can play if Zubac is in. And then yeah, for the big three for the Clippers, it's a little tough to play any one of these guys with a lot of confidence. I think they're all pretty solid. Price tags are good for them. You're not going to see 55, 60-point games when all three are on the court together. More so, low to mid 40s. But yeah, I think Paul George probably has the most upside when all three of these guys are healthy. Just he's the number one scoring option on the team. Got good steal upside. Can fill up the stat sheet a little bit. So I would prefer Paul George of the three, and he's actually coming in with the lowest ownership. Looking like Kawhi is getting around 30% and PG's at 17. So I prefer Paul George over Kawhi tonight personally, but it's really close, and I don't have a strong conviction over any of them. Yeah, and then I do like Bones Highland regardless of Norman Powell's in or out. I'm always willing to take a shot on somebody like Bones, who's he can get hot really quickly, and if things are going right for him, he can get some extra minutes. Also, he'll play in a blowout too. So if you want to take that stance, Clippers should have a pretty big advantage over the Magic tonight. So yeah, I like Bones regardless, but definitely would prefer him if Norm Powell is out. I think that would just kind of shift a little bit more minutes in his favor. And then on the Magic side, really not a ton to love. Paulo just doesn't look like he has the upside to get you there right now. At only 7,800. Price tag is fine, but I don't really love it. He's coming in low owned, so if you want to just take that shot on him as a low owned play tonight, then you could do that. But I don't think I'll be going there. Not too into Franz. Only two guys I think I'm probably going to – well, I'll keep all of the 3-point guards and shooting guards with Fultz, Anthony, and Jalen Suggs in my pool. I would definitely max 2 of the 3 because I think they all kind of eat into each other. I prefer Fultz the most out of the 3 just because I like his game. He's really turned his career around after a rough start. But, yeah, he's somebody that I like attacking where he's got multiple ways to get there with the rebounds and assists and points. So if he has a good game, he could flirt with the triple-double. Not saying he's going to do that tonight, but I'm saying that's the kind of upside that he has, the kind of player that he is. So I like Fultz the most. And then I'll keep Wendell Carter in my pool also, just a good price tag, 5,700. He's more of a floor play. He'll get you around 30, 32 points. Yeah, he's fine. But, yeah, not a ton to love in this game. But, yeah, that is going to do it. Happy Halloween, everybody. Yeah, make sure you guys have your Twitter notifications on. If you're in our Discord, I'll definitely keep you guys updated with all the injury news. My slate plan is already up, and we'll definitely be updating it throughout the day as we get more news. But, yeah, good luck, everybody.